Yo, people, Jeff here, back again with another subscriber question. Um, the subscriber asked, what is the best way to become resourceful and adapt to situations? And they applied it to, current conditions regarding the pandemic. So I thought it'd be good to go ahead and tackle this situation from a life coaching theoretical point of view. So I'm going to apply the grow model to this situation. I think it would be more suitable, and it will actually, put out a guideline or a mapping for how you could apply it straight away. So let's start. So the grow model is basically broken down into four parts. G representing where are you going. Again, coming back to goals, being able to start a journey with the end in mind. So you have to pick an endpoint of what you're trying to achieve in order to be able to map out how to get there. So G, regarding where are you going. R is reality of the situation. So it's taking into current account where you are right now in this very moment. So being realistic about what resources you have available, what you would like to achieve coming from your current state. O represents opportunities and options. So, what paths can you possibly take to reach the goal that you're trying to reach? And then finally, W, what are you willing to do? So, what option that you choose will make you the most motivated to act? And that's going to be very important because in looking for options, you're going to want to brainstorm to get as many ideas as possible, but then you're going to seek to choose the most likely options, one, but two, the one that motivates you the most internally, that you're most likely to pursue and stick to. So, for this instance, how to become resourceful and adapt to current situations. Let's say if your main goal is to, develop some level of income during this time, which is a concern for most people if you are unable to work or if you're in a non-essential service, for instance. Some places have reopened, but for the vast majority that might not be the case. So let's say if we're going to attach it to the goal of creating some form of income during this period, her goal would be, let's say, $1,000 to cover bills, expenses, food, just something, to keep head above water and survive during this worldwide pandemic. So what is your current situation right now? You may be unable to work, and things are slow all around. The majority of businesses are closed, but there are some services that are still essential that will allow you, to get some sort of revenue during this time. So you have to look at where you are now. So, for instance, you might want to take a look at any skills that you have available, and it could be, let's say, for instance, what I do is personal training. Some people during this time still want to keep up their level of fitness and not lose everything they would have gained during their time at the gym. But also, a lot of people right now are using different workout programs or exercise routines as a means of passing the time, creating some form of balance after being inside for a prolonged period of time, and helping to manage stress. Exercise has been shown to, help manage symptoms of stress. So I will be able to use my services online. So that would be an option. The reality of the skill that I have right now and the tools that I have available to me, and that is one of the options that I can create out of my current state. The reality is most gyms are closed. That's a reality, so I can expect to cross that option off the list. It's not a possibility at this point in time. So it's either learn a new skill, for instance, if you have products that you normally sell that are essential during this time, or that people may want to acquire during this time, that's something you could think about. So resources, as in thinking about what you currently have at your disposal to be used to your advantage. A resource can also be other people. So for instance, you may have certain persons that you can call on as contacts that will be able to assist you in the situation. And that will come on another option, getting into contact with persons who have products that may need to be sold. For instance, if you have a clientele that you can sell them to, so you can even look to get commission. So that's another option. So it's just looking at your current state, evaluating the options that you have available, and then choosing the one that you're most willing to do. Right? So whether it be personal training online, for instance, is one you could do. Or even if it is that things have gotten so tough that they are looking for essential workers to, for instance, work in the supermarkets packing shelves. If things got to that point, are you willing to do that? So if your motivation to do that is low, then that wouldn't be the option you would choose. You can choose another skill set that you may have. Right? So just looking at it in a holistic view, all these different points of the grow model can come together to help you identify opportunities and select the best option for you based on your current circumstances and where you want to get. So alright, so what I chose to do is to break down the model into an even more practical example so you can see how it works in real time. So for instance, let's say if during this current pandemic you needed at least $1,000 a month to cover all of your bills and to make sure that you're able to still, purchase food. So $1,000 to cover per month to cover expenses and food is the minimum that you need. Then you would look at the reality of your situation. The reality is your current workplace is closed. You are under 24-hour curfew. Bills are still coming in. But your current skill set is that you are a consultant and that you have noticed a sharp decrease in business and clientele since the pandemic, really stirred up. So after you have identified what the reality of the situation is, the next thing to do would be to look at current opportunities that you can use to reach your goal of $1,000 per month. So upon brainstorming, you come up with 3 activities that you can possibly do. One is offer online consultations for that you work out, you'll be able to achieve $700 per month. But if you offer those same consultations at a special, you will only be able to get $400 per month. And then the final activity is to also engage in currently essential work that you'll be able to get for an additional $300 part-time. So if you are looking at the current options available and you combine it with what you are willing and motivated to do, that will help you to select the best options that you found yourself presented with. So based on my viewpoint from looking at the situation, a combination of options 1 and 3 can actually work here. So if you offer online consultations for the $700 and then you do part-time essential work, let's say packing shelves at a supermarket or any other related activities during this time, you'll be able to get an additional $300, which would carry you directly on point with your $1,000 per month target. So that's just a real world example of how the grow model will work using everyday life. I hope you found it simple. Try to apply it to one of your own situations and see how beneficial this model can be. If you found it of value, please share your thoughts below, and as usual, subscribe to the channel. Thanks.